Hello, I'm John Kraft. As superintendent, I want to personally welcome you to the 2026 Northside Independent School District graduation ceremonies. This year, more than 7,600 students graduate from our high schools. It is a momentous occasion for them, but also for their families, friends, teachers, and administrators. The graduates did not reach this day alone. As each senior crosses the stage and receives his or her diploma, I know you'll watch with great pride. Through the years, they have relied on the encouragement, love, and support from everyone here to celebrate with them today. I'm so proud of all of our graduates. On behalf of the Northside ISD family, we wish them the best of luck as they begin the next chapter in their lives. We also congratulate them on their significant achievement. We hope that you all enjoy this very, very special celebration. And again, congratulations, class of 2026.
Good morning, and welcome to this commencement ceremony for our graduating class of 2026. If you will please stand at this time for the playing and singing of our national anthem.
You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Eliana June Longoria, and I am the senior class president. Welcome to the 2026 Marshall and LMS commencement ceremony. Today, joining us on the stage, we have Superintendent of Schools, Dr. John Kraft, Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Janice Jordan, Deputy Superintendent for Administration, Dr. Joanne Fay, Board President, Dr. Carla Duran, Board Vice President, Dr. Sonia Hassel, Board Secretary, David Salcido, Trustee, Bobby Blunt, Trustee, Laura Zapata, and Trustee, Dr. Carol Harrell. Now, please welcome to the podium Emily Moore, the John Marshall Class of 2026 salutatorian.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to start off by thanking everyone for waking up early and making it here today. Whether you're the graduates or themselves or the people who made sure we made it out of bed each and every morning, congratulations, we are finally here. I know I personally spent a lot of time working towards this moment and vying for the opportunity to stand at this podium in front of you all. But when I actually found out that this goal had been accomplished, I was so overwhelmed with excitement that I promised just about everyone that I would shout them out. From my cheer team to my mock trial team Tori, Halal, Miss Pena, and all the other amazing teachers who helped me here, Meredith, Eli, my family, and of course, my amazing parents. Everybody was promised a shout out, which made putting together a speech that contained both a message and a million names really, really hard. When I decided to tackle the task, I inevitably hit a wall. As I was jamming what felt like 100 names into a single paragraph, I felt myself losing ownership of my own speech. This really frustrated me. I was like, how can this be my moment when the page is filled with everybody else's names? As I sat with that frustration, though, I realized that the only honest speech I could give today is one that honors these people. I don't stand here simply as an individual, but a mosaic of all those around me. I'm a collection of my dad's really bad jokes, my mom's kindness, and the shared silliness of my best friends. I am the hard work that's been poured into me from teachers and coaches alike in the past 4 years. I am all those whose aspirations have inspired my own. These people are the literal foundation to who I am today, and as I look out to all of you, I ask you to acknowledge those who are foundational to who you are. As we enter our next path, whether that's the workforce, college, or the military, recognize the people that make you, you, and carry them with you in everything you do. Exemplify the love of your parents. Practice the
pride that we recognize the following 4 scholars who represent the ideals of academic excellence to receive their district awards of the highest achievement. Presenting the district award to Marshall salutatorian Emily Moore is trustee David Salcido. Emily is graduating with a grade point average of 101.416 and will be attending Rice University in Houston, where she will be studying political science. Would Emily's parents, Mrs. Kristen Moore and Mr. Joseph Moore, please stand? Presenting the district award to Marshall valedictorian Elise Casillas is trustee Dr. Carol Harrell. Elise is graduating with a grade point average of 101.852 and will be attending Texas A&M University, where she will be majoring in biomedical sciences. Would Elise's parents, Ms. Linda Garcia and Mr. Edward Casillas, please stand? At this time, please welcome to the podium Elise Casillas, valedictorian of Marshall High School.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2026, I would like to start by thanking all of the families, friends, teachers, and staff. Whether your graduate has explicitly expressed it or not, we know we wouldn't be able to be walking this stage without you all. As this challenging yet rewarding chapter of our lives comes to a close, there is one thing I can't seem to get off my mind, something that has taken us 4 undeniably quick years to realize. Time is of the essence. Now, I know what you may be thinking. However, this didn't hit us when it was 11 p.m., an hour before an essay was due, scrambling in order to reach a deadline. No, this revelation occurred all at once, an unmistakable feeling of nostalgia for the moment we're currently living. Maybe it was at senior sunrise or your senior game, or maybe it was just a random Tuesday when someone asked you how you felt about it all coming to an end. Or perhaps it was this morning when you put on your cap and gown, a physical representation of the accomplishment which came out of the most formative years of our lives. My eye-opening moment was at my sister's wedding when it suddenly hit me that at the same time next year, I wouldn't be surrounded by the big, loving family who have always been my anchor. To my siblings, thank you for teaching me the value of laughter, the meaning of love, and of course, the importance of proper grammar. While I broke my promise to never grow up, I will forever be your little sister. While I was struggling to find a way to conclude the speech, my mom told me a story from when I was 5 years old. At my oldest sister's high school graduation, as the top graduates gave their speeches, I was on the edge of my seat, eyes glued to the podium. My mom explained to me how the highest-ranked students are able to speak, to which I responded, I want to do that. While extremely ambitious for a girl who had yet to enter kindergarten and at the time couldn't even tie her own shoes, I have full faith my mom believed in me ever since then. I truly couldn't thank you enough for being my biggest cheerleader for 18 years. You were right, time really did fly by. To conclude, I would like to ask something of my fellow graduates. While I am not going to ask you to take a moment to soak it all in, that should be a given, I am asking for you to simply live in the moment. There's a saying I love, carpe diem, or seize the day. We will be thrown challenges in life, but we are not defined by our struggles, rather our ability to respond to those moments. We spent so long starting our sentences with, when I grow up. Well, here we are now, all grown up. The important thing, though, is we still have many years ahead of us. The unknown is daunting. We can all agree on this. But as we move forward, embrace what you're given, take chances, live without regrets, and continue to seize the day. Thank you. Now please welcome to the podium Adrian Gonzalez, Principal of Law and Medical Services, Magnet School.
Go ahead, Ricardo. Presenting the District Award to LMS salutatorian Ricardo Alonso is Trustee Dr. Carla Duran. Ricardo is graduating with a grade point average of 102.161 and has accepted an appointment of admission to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. Would Ricardo's parents, Ms. Sandra Uribe and Mr. Ricardo Alonso, please stand to be recognized? Thank you. We are very proud of Ricardo. Go ahead, Cole. Presenting the District Award to LMS valedictorian Cole Korber is Trustee Dr. Laura Zapata. Cole is graduating with a grade point average of 102.9 and will be attending the University of Texas at Austin, where he will be studying human dimensions of organizations. Would Cole's parents, Ms. Lisa Korber and Mr. Brad Korber, please stand to be recognized at this time? Thank you. We are very proud of Cole. At this time, please welcome to the podium Cole Korber, valedictorian of the Marshall Law and Medical Services Magnet School.
Good morning. I guess as they say, third time's a charm, so let's get into it. Commitment is choosing the same road every morning, even when the weather changes. Today, as we stand on the edge of graduation, I realize that success was never built from perfect days. It came from the mornings we showed up tired, uncertain, overwhelmed, or afraid, and kept walking anyway. We don't value commitment as much as it deserves, not because we fear it won't lead us to success, but because the fact is, commitment will bring pain. Think about the last 18 years. A constant commitment from our parents, who used to do almost everything for us, but now we've grown up and pulled away. Less than 4 years ago, we were getting in the passenger seat to get picked up and dropped off almost every day and begging for a ride. They've shown their commitment, and now it's our time to take the wheel. Now we must drive onto the highway, a scary transition where some are worried, how will I merge to this new path? But still, you go anyway. Staying on it for miles to the destination, but the question arises when it starts to pour, when the weather tells you, turn around. This is where commitment shines. Do you take the next exit and stay home, fearing your dreams, or do you slow down and safely keep driving through the resistance? It may feel vulnerable at times, but that's when you need to fight, where you work past the burnout, the pain, the loss, because even if the end is full of heartbreak or failure, you committed. So slow down and commit to the journey. Slow down and find something stable, because our world is already moving at a pace unmatchable. So don't fear resistance, don't speed to the destination. Stop and find your support through the hazards. Now thanks I owe to mine. To my mom, thank you for dealing with my constant stress and not letting me rush. To my dad, thank you for showing me just how much committed you could be. To my brother, who taught me that friends are how you find your way. And most importantly, my own friends, who dealt with my constant short temper and stress-filled times. All the times I would try and rush, thank you for stopping me in my tracks and finding the beauty in the simplest things, such as sand volleyball to watching the most off-brand Peacock movies. Remember, no matter how bad the weather, how bad the moments become, stick with your values, stick with your strength, and continue through the resistance. Chase the struggle, chase the pain, because without that, it means you've never lived, never tried, so try now. It may be difficult at times, but trust in commitment and continue forward on your drive towards success. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Paul Ramirez.
Good morning. John Marshall High School Class of 2026, faculty, staff, and proud families. As your principal, I have shared a truly special year with you. This year, my first at the helm in this incredible institution, has been a period of profound growth and connection. And to the graduating class, you have set the bar high. To our Marshall families, thank you. This moment is as much yours as it is your graduates. Your dedication is the bedrock of their success. Our school community thrives on the partnership between home and school, and that is what makes Marshall High School so strong. We appreciate the trust, encouragement, and tireless support in ensuring these young men and women reach this milestone. Seniors, look around. Look at the collective power in this room. You are a class of champions, innovators, and leaders who have brought tremendous pride to the RAM legacy. You embody the spirit of the RAM, resilient, determined, and always striving for excellence. Your academic achievements speak volumes, with the remarkable achievement of earning over $9.8 million in scholarships. That figure is a testament to your hard work, the quality of your educators, and the boundless potential you hold. This level of accomplishment is a new standard for RAM Pride. But graduation is not the ending. It is the launch pad. As you step off this stage, you will go in many directions. Some of you will head off to college, ready to dive into higher education and new intellectual pursuits. Others will answer the call to service in the military, embracing a life of discipline and honor. Still others will enter the workforce, bringing your skills and RAM determination into the professional world. Wherever the future takes you, whether it's college, the military, or the workforce, know that you are prepared. The values, the knowledge, and the resilience you developed here at John Marshall High School will serve you as the constant guide. Be fearless in your pursuit of your dreams. Be kind in your interactions, and remember the community that raised you. Class of 2026, you will always be part of the RAM family. We are so excited to watch the great things you will accomplish. The entire Marshall community, your teachers, counselors, administrators, and me, your principal, are beaming with pride today. It has been an absolute pleasure sharing this moment with you. Congratulations, and go Rams. Now please welcome to the podium Mr. Adrian Gonzalez, Principal of Marshall Law Medical Service Magnet School.
Thank you, Mr. Hermitas. Good morning, faculty, family, and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026 at Marshall High School and Marshall Law Medical Services Magnet School. Today is your day, a day to celebrate the hard work, long nights, early mornings, and determination and the growth that brought you to this point right now. And trust me, we are very proud of you. You are graduating at a time when the world needs leaders, problem solvers, healers, and people willing to stand up for what's right. And looking at this class and knowing this class, we know that the future is in great hands. As you move forward, remember one thing: success is important, but character matters even more. So be kind, stay curious, work hard, support others, and never be afraid to chase big dreams. Even how uncertain something feels, make sure you chase what you want to chase. Today's not the finish line, it's the start of the next race for your greatness. So congratulations, class of 2026. Keep making Marshall proud, and go show the world what Rams can really do. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to welcome back Mr. Paramides to the podium for the recommendation of graduates.
Thanks, sir. Moving along. Dr. Kraft, you have heard the accomplishments of this class. I am pleased to recommend to you the students among the class of 2026 who have met the graduation requirements of Northside Independent School District and the Texas Education Agency as graduates of John Marshall High School and Marshall Law and Medical Services Magnet School.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Gonzalez. Again, welcome to this exciting event which recognizes and honors the culmination of hard work, perseverance, and achievement by the students standing before us. To the members of our audience, we thank you for the contributions that you have made to the success of these graduates, as we know a quality education can't happen without the partnership between the student, the family, and the school. Graduates, I know your parents, grandparents, friends, teachers, and loved ones in this building have not only supported you, but have made such a tremendous impact on your education, which you will forever cherish. Graduates, we hope that your experience in the Northside Independent School District has been a positive one, and you deserve to enjoy this important milestone and sacred ceremony with all those here to celebrate with you. With that, on the recommendations of the administration and the staff of the John Marshall High School and the Marshall Law and Medical Services Magnet, and by the authority and power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Northside Independent School District and the state of Texas, I hereby confer upon these candidates who have met all graduation requirements the Northside Independent School District High School Diploma, and hereby declare them graduates class of 2026. Will the graduates please proceed forward for the presentation of diplomas and awards? Again, congratulations, graduates. We are so very proud of you.
Receiving the Piper Scholar Award from the Minnie Stevens Piper Foundation, Elise Melin Casillas. Receiving the Rice Incentive Scholarship from Rice University, Emily K. Moore. Michael Huang. Receiving the Valero Alamo Bowl Scholarship from the Valero Alamo Bowl, Madeline Gabriela Garcia. Sophia George. Michael Lewis Mooneyham. Sophia Elizabeth Cantu. Arian Tamia Spratt. Receiving the Centex APT Scholarship from Central Texas Association for Pupil Transportation, Matthew Paul Arias. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from Texas Lutheran University, Leila Criseli Ramirez. Receiving the Valero Alamo Bowl Scholarship from the Valero Alamo Bowl, Cole James Kerber. Receiving an appointment to the United States Military Academy West Point, Ricardo Enrique Alonso. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Emily Scarlett Cruzy. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Mariangel Aranda. Receiving the Merit Scholarship from Schreiner University, Josdaliz Bonilla. Receiving the Valero Alamo Bowl Scholarship from the Valero Alamo Bowl, Lauren Deanna Elliott. Angela Maria Yepes. Melody Catherine Richards. Receiving the Quest Bridge Scholarship from Washington and Lee University, Brianne Nicole Garcia. Mohammed Abdul Wahid. Zachariah Abshir Abdul Kadir. Isra Jamal Abu Salem. Madison Alexis Acevedo. Ariana Elizabeth Acosta. Jordan Alexander Adams. Ehsan Allah Adil. Elizabeth Jimena Aguilera. Francisco Emanuel Aguilera. Anthony Bartolo Aguilera Soto. Saima Ahang. Alex Alcocer III. Nicholas Daniel Aldana. Adnan Alfiad. Ihimbazwe Alliance. Angelica Rosa Alvarado. Isabel Celeste Alvarez. Alberto Dufresne Alviso III. Ezekiel Ian Amaro. Mario David Amaya. Jasmine Esperanza Ambris. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Rithika Anand Kumar. Javon Adam Anderson Howerton. Joel Andre Anderson Howerton. Diana Maria Apodaca. Andrea Gianna Arguello. Carlos Orlando Arias. Roman Jaden Arizola. Enlisting in the United States Air Force, Isaiah Arredondo Drigg. Receiving the Athletic Scholarship from Western Texas College, Diego Geraldo Arteaga Garcia. Adam Renee Arzola. Receiving the Presidential Academic Scholarship from George Washington University, Amina Cristina Aslan. Omar Bagay. Braylon Tanil Bailey. Alvino Acias Valderas. Brannon Harrison Ballhorn. Roberto Banda III. Jeremy Yeriel Barahona. Garrett Colt Barnett. Joaquin Xavier Barrera. Joshua Isaiah Barrientos. Mana Mohammed Barrow. Ebonice Salet Bello Martinez. Jokima Kari Boys. Kinley Bren Bolton. Dominic Joel Boone. Adriel Emmanuel Bracero. Tristan Michael Bryant. Romel Johannes Vittorio Angelut Bugash. Muamini Bushambali. Kristen Cavada Soto. Katie Faith Cabrera. Annalisa Nidia Camacho. Joseph Ethan Campbell. Jericho Luis Canales. Noelia Carbajal Godoy. Daniel Sebastian Cáceres. Jaden Matthew Gaciano. Alexandria Michelle Castañuela. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Noah Leonardo Castilleja. Joseph Manuel Castillo. Maximilian Amador Castillo. Jaden Gilbert Castillo Perez. Genesis Marie Faith Cavazos. Nikolai Angelo Cavazos. Victoria Lindsay Rose Cervantes. Chase Anthony Chapa. Giselle Love Chavarria. Isaiah Ezekiel Cipriano. Alexandria Joy Cohen. Heaven Marie Cohen. Receiving the Ray Mesa Scholarship from John Marshall High School Band Boosters, Kyle Riley Cohen. Faith Ann Cole. Noah Adam Coley. Isaiah Roland Contero. Shane Michael Correa. Jesus Rosales Covarrubias. Yolanda Rosales Covarrubias. Brody Michael Cox. Receiving the UNT Excellence Scholarship from the University of North Texas, Chloe Ann Criollo. David Joshua Cruz. Ethan Ray Cruz. Liam Christopher Curry. Gavin Jaden Davila. Michael Alexander de la Garza. Daniela Nicole de la Torres. Azul Lisette de Luna Villagrana. Thierry Jr. Obed Yasami Sana. Mudasir Ahmad Didat. Receiving the admission scholarship from Moravian University, Elora Lily del Toro. Aiden Christopher de la Rosa. Jaden Angel de Leon. Corinne Marie DeMille. Ekamveer Singh Desi. Amalia Diaz Garcia. Hannah Furukawa Dismukes. Tyler Furukawa Dismukes. D2 Doan. Christian Daniel Dominguez. Enlisted in the Army National Guard of the United States, Braylon Dominguez Martinez. Jacqueline Duarte San Miguel. Receiving the 2026 El Aguila Scholarship from the Aguila Scholarship Fund, Svala Lynn Eklaf. Jacoby Troy Escalante. Receiving the Distinguished Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Aaliyah Amber Escobedo. Nia Elena Escobedo. Oswaldo Jacobo Escobedo. Gerson Azael Esquivel Martinez. Yasir Haider Faisal. Isaiah Kane Ferdinand. Alfredo Sabian Fierro. Bruce Wilmer Weaver Fitzgerald IV. Joe Gabriel Flores. Cole Daniel Foxworth. Moses Candelario Fuentes. James Aiden Galindo. Jocelyn Eliana Galvan. Jada Ninel Gandaria. Receiving the Academic and Women's Soccer Scholarship from Bethel College, Adriana Graciela Garcia.
Receiving the Santa Maria Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Brianna Giselle Garcia. Receiving the Athletic Scholarship from Wayland Baptist University, Davian D'Amico Garcia. Gabriela Martinez Garcia. Jordan Michael Garcia. Joshua Manuel Garcia Jr. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Julian Ray Garcia. Roberta Michelle Garcia. Roxana Marie Garcia. Serena May Garcia. Santiago Garcia. Grace Belen Garza. Jaden Isaac Garza. Lucian Nathaniel Garza. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Savannah Celeste Garza. Stephen Adam Garza, Jr. Miguel Roman Gatica. Receiving the Texas State Achievement Scholarship from Texas State University, Caitlin Delilah Gauthier Canizales. Nathan Sean Godinez. Adam Gomez, Jr. Preston Daniel Gomez. Stephen Zachary Gomez. Receiving the Olu Presidential Excellence Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Allison Gomez Perez. Amanda Natalia Gonzalez. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Avery Jansleen Gonzalez. Brandon Christopher Gonzalez. Kennedy Reese Gonzalez. Leo Christian Gonzalez, Jr. Receiving the DKG Scholarship from Zeta Beta Chapter of Delta Gamma, Mariah K. Gonzalez. Receiving the Maverick Academic Scholarship from the University of Texas at Arlington, Michael Anthony Gonzalez. Abraham Edward Gonzalez. Aricela Gonzalez. Kiara Celeste Gonzalez. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Samantha Grace Gonzalez. Abdel Aziz Goodman. Jordan Michael Gooley. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Chloe Alexis Granado. Receiving the Mason Recognition Award from George Mason University, David Lee Graves IV. Jerilyn Viray Greenwood. Alexander Melton Grummett. Aurelio Jet Guerra V. Devin Guerra. Leslie Nichelle Guerra. Camila Fernanda Guerrero Chavez. Farhad Gujarwa. Johnny Noah Gutierrez. Lex Collins Gutierrez. Marcos Anthony Guzman Jr. Neilani May Haddock. Farron Antigon Hayek. Isabella Jolynn Hatfield. Receiving the Texas State Merit Scholarship from Texas State University, Cambry Marin Heights. Sohila Hemat. Receiving the Transformation Merits Non-Resident Award from Louisiana State University, Shelby Elise Henderson. Jaden Christopher Hensley. Alyssa Rose Hernandez. Celia Mercedes Hernandez. Cole Mercatz Hernandez. Jasmine Alicia Hernandez. Joshua Alexander Hernandez. Luke Joaquin Hernandez. Ricardo Jose Hernandez Escobar. David Eugenio Hernandez Zavala. Allison Guadalupe Hernandez Lopez. Ocean Mateo Herrera. William Abraham Herrera. Yasin Mohammed Osman Homaida. Evan Joseph Hughes. Carlos Lorenzo Ibarra. Emmanuel Vicente Inocencio. Mara Osama Ismail. Convenet Efose Israel. Chloe Jade Marie Jackson. Ahmad John Janan. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Sarah Melina Samir Jas. Anna Marie Alexandra Hassel. Araceli Sofia Jimenez. Ava Celeste Jimenez. Jaden Aaron Gonzalez Jimenez. Receiving the Dean's Merit Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Brady Robert Johnson. Receiving the Valero Alamo Bowl Scholarship from the Valero Alamo Bowl, Colton James Johnson. Kanaya Lene Johnson. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Madison Brooke Johnson. Lyric Dominic Naraya Jones. Fernando Ángel Juárez. Francisco Javier Juárez. Jacqueline Joanna Juárez. Mariah Lynn Julian. Shams Jezzy. Yusuf Jezzy. Moisey Messiah Kanda. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Banin Samir Karim. Zawadi Katashi. Sadishka Kanal. Gideon Patrick Koger. Sorry. Jackson Don Kraus. Raquel Rodriguez Lancock. Joseph Anthony Laporta. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Alyssa Marie Lara. Muska Lataqua. Jaden Caleb Leha. Leonard Reyes Lerma. Hayden Lene Lerma Bailey. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Sydney Duran Lewis. Daniel Alejandro Long. Dominic Michael Lopez. John Agustin Lopez. Marilyn Julieta Lopez. Mayra Gabriela Lopez. Jaira Yanaya Lopez Lane. Receiving the 2026 El Aguila Scholarship from the Aguilat Scholarship Fund, Sydney Lauren Lozano. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from Schreiner University, Johnny Lujan. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Damaris Sari Luna. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Zoe Renee Zavala Amendares. Victor Daniel Alonso. Julian Alfonso Anderson. Chloe Esme Angel. Madison Elizabeth Ball. Receiving the President's Scholarship from Houston Christian University, Celestine Elizabeth Barnes. Receiving the Acro Tumbling and Collegiate Merit Award from Belmont Abbey College, Dakota Rain Bassford. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Santiago Azriel Batista. Receiving the Direct Entry Nursing Scholarship from Concordia University, Caitlin Ariana Bermea. Daniel Bowie. Lorraine Cantu. Receiving the Dean's Merit Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Renata Cantu Lavisionnier. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Gracie Marie Casares. Catarina Adelina Cervantes. Persephone Violet Jordan Clements Vargas. Lorena Carolina Conley Hawkins. Callison Grace Cordo. Receiving the Transformation Merits Non-Resident Award from Louisiana State University, Valentina Correa Garcia. Tui Ann Dang. Anisa Cristina de Hoyos. Isadora de la Cerda Perez. Christian Ryan de Ocio. Receiving the Academic Excellence Scholarship from University of Houston, Imani Najee Donaldson. Carlo Javier Escalera.
Ariana Julieta Escobar. Receiving the Corps of Cadets Saul Ross Scholarship from Texas A&M University of Corps of Cadets, Christian Luke Esparza. Luke Henry Farias. Dawn Elizabeth Franklin. Alberto Eligio Fuentes. Kaylee Lisbeth Fuentes. Michael Genovese Fury. Receiving the Mandolin Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Leslie Garcia. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from Latour University, Marcos Gabriel Garcia Jr. Melanie Esmeralda Gomez. Receiving the Future Leader Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Carla Miranda Gonzalez. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Eliana Rose Guajardo. Receiving the ASU Commitment Scholarship from Arizona State University, Alexis May Guerrero. Joseph Corey Guerrero. Receiving the Achievement Award from Montana State University, Leslie Carolina Gutierrez Esquivel. Ana Paola Guzman. Aubrey May Herrera. Michaela Karma Anissa Jacobs. Receiving the Distinguished Scholarship from Angelo State University, Ariana Nicole Jimenez. Caitlin Ray Johnson. Riley Mackenzie Keller. Bojena Marek Krukar. Melanie Lavanderos. Ava Rose Love Morales. Laurel Quinn Lehman. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Alana Victoria Madrid. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Ava Alexandra Martinez. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from the University of Incarnate Word, Michaela Eliza Martinez. Savannah Nicole Mauricio. Kaylin Leanne Monet Hutches Bearfield. Receiving the Centex APT Scholarship from the Central Texas Association for Pupil Transportation, Jasmine Medina. Juliana Medina. Isabella Christine Mendoza. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of Incarnate Word, Damon Borrego Morales. Adia Lee Paxton. Mia Ann Peña. Receiving the Northside Scholars Associate Scholarship from the Northside Counselors Association, Milo Antonio Ponce. Angela Padel. Karen Celeste Ramirez. Brooke Kylie Revilla. Enlisting in the United States Marine Corps, Joel Armando Reina. Receiving the Achievement Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Israel Paul Rodriguez Jr. Delilah Isabel Ruiz Gray. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Adeline Jade Saavedra. Receiving the Peak Award at the University of Colorado Springs, Alyssa Esparza Quiñones Sainz. Ariel Rochelle Salinas. Emily Marie Salinas. Stephanie Sanchez. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the Texas Lutheran University, Alessandra Victoria Cifuentes. Receiving the Trustee Scholarship from Schreiner University, John Walker Smith. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Melody Tarat Smith. Nevaeh Leanne Tolliver. Jillian Mia Torres. Receiving the Regent Scholarship from Texas A&M University, Katie Rose Van Dyke. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of Incarnate Word, Jada Mariah Vogelson. Allison Vu. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of Incarnate Word, Caitlin Elise Washington. William Daniel J. Westbrook III. Receiving the Remarkable Future Scholarship from Chick-fil-A, Kylie Gabrielle Wilbon. Receiving the PACE Incentive Award from the PACE University, Victoria Cecilia Wilkins. Receiving the Islander Scholarship from Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, Olivia Danielle Zavala. Receiving the Athletic Scholarship from Oklahoma Wesleyan University, Catalina Elena Zuniga. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from the University of Incarnate Word, Ali Jesse Macias. Hamza Durham Majid Al-Halai. Aisha Malaksi. Madina Malaksi. Hematullah Morazi. Wiley Mann. Jonelle Briani Manuel. Noah Ryan Mattis. Timothy Elkin Marin. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of Incarnate Word, Ashley Naomi Martinez. Benjamin Anthony Martinez. Gianna Areli Martinez. Isabella Martinez. Jumaira Martinez. Zoe Martinez. Carla Martinez Vasquez. Angelina Jane Mauricio. Christopher William Maxwell Jr. Alessandra Estrella Maza. Lily Rain Medrano. Henry Ochoa Menavi. Eliza Anaya Mendez. Alexander Justin Mendez. Jonathan Isaiah Mendez. Sia Ahastar Mendoza. Xavier Leonidas Mendoza. Nicole Mercado Martinez. John Ethan Joseph Michelle. Receiving the Presidential Achievement Scholarship from Texas A&M University, Nicholas Miranda Garcia. Jaden Stephen Mitchell. Emily Marie Mix. Madeline Isabella Molina. Ariel Sofia Moncevalles. Liana Isabella Morales. Gavin Allen Moreau. Eric Anthony Moreno Jr. Cornelius Giovanni Morris IV. Imani Renee Mosley. Adarian Michael Moses. Zakarullah Nab Khan. Naula Siri. Batul Nashu. Elena Isabella Navarrete. Roy Nando Navarro. Erica Grace Newman. Trang Lee Nguyen. Muhammad Rahim Binor Islam. Garrett Alfredo Oldecamp. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of Incarnate Word, Christian Alexander Olmeda. Adnan Ibn Omar. Receiving the Dean's Merit Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Christian Alexandra Oquenedo. Mariana Minet Orihuela. Amelia Celia Orozco. Darius Jade Ortiz. Chelsea Emily Ortiz Lomeli. Brody Lee Olet. Maribea Leanne Ovalle. Draven Matthew Oviedo. Juliana Lupita Ozuna. Aiden James Pacheco. Josue Padron Jr. Isaac Palicios. Zachary Wade Pulaski. Aiden Michael Panigua. Niali Paredes. Isabella Marie Pedrosa. Jason Ryan Peña. Lyric Alila Peña. Nathaniel Salvatore Poqueño. Gabriela Celeste Peralta. George Henry Perez. Isaiah Alexander Perez. Nathan Orlando Perez. Nicholas Pablo Perez. Jose Fernando Perez Gonzalez. Adriana Sofia Perez Olvera. Emma Marie Peses.
Salet Maria Ponce Merino. Emily Sapphira Pope. Carson Wayne Popham. Hunter Beaumont Pounds. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Josiah Nathaniel Powell. Jamie Allen Puente. Julian Kane Puga. Receiving the Bordeaux Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Catherine Elizabeth Putnam. Passion Unique Kent. Eduardo Levi Quintana. Frextiv Yabao Radin. Receiving the Bordeaux Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Reina Rahim. Maiwan Rahman. Abiel Judah Ramirez. Jared Ramirez. Josiah Noel Ramirez. Maya Ray Ramirez. Raul Arian Ramirez. Receiving the 2026 El Aguila Scholarship from the Aguila Scholarship Foundation, Tea Leandra Ramirez. Betsaida Romina Ramirez Lopez. Christian Michael Ramon. Miguel Angel Rangel. Daniel Anthony Resendez. Corey Frank Ramon Reyna. Pete Raymond Reyna IV. Rylan Todd Rinchi. Jason Jeremiah Rincon. Melanie Jade Riojas Valdez. Enlisting in the United States Marine Corps, Maxim Rene Rios. Dominic Nathaniel Rivas. Jose Luis Rivera Jr. Sadie Nicole Rivera. Anaya Renee Robertson. Jashier Isaiah Kamani Robbins. Camila Sabal Rocha. Livanek Yamilet Roche. Receiving the Texas Exes San Antonio Chapter Scholarship from the Texas Exes San Antonio Chapter, Ariana Delgado Rodriguez. Celestine Alma Rodriguez. Derek Jose Rodriguez. Receiving the Kessler Scholarship from the University of Michigan, Diego Rodriguez. Frank Patrick Rodriguez. Receiving the DKG Scholarship from the Zeta Beta Chapter of Delta Kappa Gamma, Kimberlina Bella Lynn Rodriguez. Matthew Antonio Rodriguez. Michael Albert Rodriguez. Ricky Jonathan Rodriguez. Nayeli Sarai Rodriguez G. Andrea Alize Rodriguez Gomez. Alexis Francis Rojas. Emmanuel Rojas Rubio. Daniela Rondon Arias. Samuel Ryan Roundtree. Jose Daniel Ruiz Jr. Juliana Nicole Ruiz. Ray Francisco Ruiz. Nadia Sabir. Saiza Eric Sadoki. Azeneth Gianna Sines. David Emmanuel Sines. Ahmed Safi. Halal Safi. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Michaela Grace Salas. Sever Aliester Saldana. Elias Luis Salgado. Emery Rain Salgado. Myla Valentin Salgado. Yamina Satala Sami. Elise Michelle Sanchez. Mariah Antoinette Sanchez. Josue Isaí Sanchez Ramirez. Catherine Sanchez Torres. Liliana Bonnet Sanderson Ramon. Samantha Ryan Sandoval. Bricia Santa Cruz. Hillary Olga Santa Maria. Enlisting in the United States Air Force, Andrew Michael Santos. Alicia Mary Santos Rosado. Samuel Lee Saucedo. Carmen Virginia Seligman. Jenna Sinan. James Jose Serafin. Receiving the NYIT Scholarship from the New York Institute of Technology, Elliot Justo Serrano. Sufyan Sheikh. Sapna Shigali. Caden Ron Saido. Crystal Silva Horta. Tiffany Azul Silva Horta. Sean Michael Slabo. Jordan Charles Slaughter. Preston Anthony Smith. Sarah Ann Smith. Cesar Antonio Soriano. Miguel Angel Stockwell. William Ichiro Swope. Aiden James Tavor. Enlisting in the United States Marine Corps, William Thomas Thurman. Trinity Nevaeh Tomlinson. Avian Paris Toombs Hernandez. David Angelo Torres. Elijah Daniel Torres. Nicholas Isaiah Torres. Lauren Ray Tovar. Sanaya K. Trevino. Receiving the 2026 El Aguila Scholarship from the Aguila Scholarship Fund, Raymond Joaquin Tristan. Almumia Trujillo. Shannon Michelle Trujillo. Autumn Renee Ursel. Receiving the Moy Heritage Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Liana Nicole Vale. Chloe Valenzuela. Sydney Varela. Receiving the Dean's Academic Achievement Scholarship from Eckerd College, Alina Genesis Vasquez. Alejandro Javier Vasquez. Brawley Philip Beltry. Ana Isabella Villafranca. Joaquin Alfonso Villegas. Braylon Scott Warren. Johnny Ryan Jamak Watkins. Anthony Jeremiah Lachey Watson. Bailey Joy Whitmer. Jade Hope Willie. Jacob Jehu Winsenreed. Sadie Ann Wolf. Elijah Mael Nostroso. Jason Patrick Young. Sahil Yusufzai. Rahan Zadran. Jesus Ricardo Zapata. Esmeralda Carmen Zarat Alfaro. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Noah Jonathan Zekua. Armando Zerwick Salazar. Xavier Landon Zarola. Donovan Elijah Zuniga. Eliana June Longoria.
Good morning, everyone. Teachers, parents, families, and of course, the class of 2026. I'm Ricardo Alonso, and I'm honored to be the Marshall Law and Medical Services salutatorian tonight. Seeing as to I only have a few weeks till I say my goodbyes as I begin the 47-month-long journey into becoming a second lieutenant in the United States Army, I aim to make this speech short. It's a weird feeling, like being proud of finishing second in a race where half the participants were mentally somewhere else the entire time. But honestly, standing here this morning, looking onto my peers, I think it's safe to say we all won. High school wasn't about classes or grades. It was the people. This class has been through a lot together, not just events, milestones, but moments. The kind you don't plan, the kind you remember later and think, yeah, that was kind of special. It's the friendships that started randomly and somehow lasted years. It's the people who made ordinary days better just by being in them. It's the laughs that came out of nowhere and the memories that didn't feel important at the time, but standing here, sitting here, definitely are now. Those are the shared experiences that turned a group of strangers into the class of 2026. As freshmen, we came here wondering if we could figure things out. Sophomore year, we figured out whether we were going to succeed, barely get by, or burn out. Of course, we all graduated today. We did not burn out. Junior year, frankly, kicked our behinds. And senior year was a countdown to this day and pretending we knew what the FAFSA was. Thank you, Ms. Flores, for constantly reminding us. After graduation, many all will be heading off to new schools, new cities, but most importantly, new lives. I can say I'm headed to a place where my damn stinking socks will have their own expectations. Go Army and beat Navy. But no matter where we go, I think we're all taking a piece of this place with us. The friendships, the memories, and the people who made the last few years feel a lot less like just going to school and more like growing up together. To our parents, teachers, and mentors, thank you for supporting us, encouraging us, and occasionally pretending our school projects were impressive when they were obviously made the night before. So class of 2026, thank you for the laughs, the chaos, the support, and everything in between. We didn't just get through high school, we lived it. And as I wrap up my speech, I'd like to say congratulations and good luck. And remember that now with our cap and gowns, we look like educated members of an expensive choir. And although we may not have all the answers, we at least have a diploma that says we're supposed to. The end.
Seniors, please stand. We will now hear the alma mater one last time as students.
Hail to thee, our alma mater. Hail to thee we sing. In thy halls we lift our voices. Loud our praises ring. Keep us ever loyal, faithful. Onward be our cry. Hail to thee, our alma mater. Hail to Marshall High.
Now, seniors, please join me in the ceremonial moving of the tassel, which symbolizes the transition from seniors 2025 to graduates 2026. Thank you so much.